Hey guys, welcome to MEEP Theory, and I haven't done a theory in a while, so it's kind of good to be back, really. Matthew, he revealed his Last Jedi theory, and he did a good job. That was a MEEP and a half. I know it sounded like 2 claps, but it was really a MEEP and a half. Hashtag not copyright of a clap and a half. Anyway, back to the theory. Well, I've been working my buns off. Hashtag no, whatever, I'm just gonna screw that. To be honest, I've actually been scared to do a type of theory, and that's a FNAF theory. Because, 2 reasons. One, what if I get it wrong? Like, seriously. Like, I do Nights and Meeps, and I don't want to get caught up with that. I hate it when people get it wrong with Nights and Meeps. And 2, MatPat has already pretty much worked it out for me. Well, not completely. Because there's a few things that he's missed. And I'm going to point some things out. So, it is about time that I reveal my secret plan. I'm doing a FNAF theory. Oh, yes, I am. But this one is going to be a really big one. This theory, I didn't want to just make it my MEEP theory. I wanted to make it a theory that was combined by all the theorists. That is right. I'm going to Nova theorist. I'm going to Drago theorist. I'm even going to my just random friend who I don't even call a theorist. And I'm even going to people that I've just seen random things coming up. I'm looking at random Easter eggs I found on the internet. I went to source code data. Oh, that's a lie. That's a big lie. I'm going all out in this theory. I want to find out what is one thing that MatPat has missed about this whole FNAF storyline. Well, to be honest, come on, he's pretty got it right. But I'm going to draw your attention to some things I bet you've missed. Easter eggs! No, I'm sorry about that. No, Easter eggs. Well, actually, Easter eggs. Even though I have one sitting next to me and I feel like eating it. Well, actually, just 1 second. Easter eggs are one thing that people find themselves really happy when they find a cool Easter egg. And Easter eggs are also something that you find very rarely. Like, I know something about, you find the types of Undergale, the types of, Undertale Easter eggs. Well, nah, not in FNAF. Well, these franchises they're pretty similar. Like, they have a lot of dead kids, that's pretty much it, just a lot of dead kids. But they also have a lot of Easter eggs, especially FNAF. FNAF has heaps of Easter eggs, which I'm going to point it out with Nicholas Maroney. Da, 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 da. But ready? Let's blow your mind with some Easter eggs. Well, let's draw your attention to these 3 Easter eggs first. I'll bring out my next one later. But I'll bring out some 3 Easter eggs. Ready? Hashtag Easter egg 1. Well, here we go. You have the Biddy Bab. Well, the Biddy Bab. One that is just a weird character to begin with. Hashtag I didn't copy it for Miniman in Num 2. Yay! No, the Miniman. Oh crap! I'm now saying Miniman. The Biddy Bab is just one character that doesn't fit in. You see in this random picture of baby dabbing with the Biddy Babs, but they're tiny compared to the 7-foot baby, who's actually the biggest animatronic. Fun facts with Nick. No. What I want to point out is the Biddy Babs is an Easter egg, which I'm not sure if it's real or not, but I believe it is. An Easter egg of the Biddy Babs in the elevator. Yes, that is right. You actually see the Biddy Babs coming through the elevator. But what does that even mean for this franchise? Well, it gets better. Bonnie. What? Bonnie? No, I meant better. Anyway, it gets Bonnie. I meant to say better. It gets better. I can't say that properly. Puberty is getting to me today. It gets better when you hear that there's an Easter egg of the mini-renas. Mini-renas, well, as much as them looking like the Marionette and Ballora had, a bit of cake, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? No, whatever. No, even though it looks like they had the cake, it also looks like, you notice this picture, it's a bit odd. As much as it's being funny Easter egg to see a little mini-rena spinning around like a mini-rena. I'm spinning. Oh, I think I just broke my chair with that. Okay. Even though it's a funny Easter egg to see some mini-renas just spinning around like there's no one's business in your office, well, what is interesting is he's in your office. He, she, I don't know. Just ask the marionette slash Ballora thing, whatever his gender is. I don't know. That could be it. Or clickbait thumbnail. Is the mini Rena actually Ballora and marionette, like, thing they created through magic? And is it a boy or a girl? Let's find out. I'm serious. How did they get in your office? And that's even one of those questions like, how did the mini-men get in the meeping elevator? Well, then it gets even funnier when I'm talking about your meep arena. Did I say mini-man earlier? Can't tell. Anyway, how did the mini-arena get in your office, and how did the biddy-bab get in your elevator? Well, then it gets funny when you see that Lolbit of all people, Lolbit, that meeping animatronic from FNAF world, Lolbit gets in your office where Enid's mask used to be. That is right, Lolbit's mask goes exactly where Enid's mask goes. And it gets funnier, because this is, like, I'm not even into this theory yet. You should wait till you hear what I'm going to say next. On night 5, there's even another person who is not identified, and this are the 2 mystery eyes. Well, are they really mystery? Well, before you go and go, oh, it's just Enid, because you can tell because you're running away from Enid later. I don't believe it's Enid. Scott Cawthon, come on. He is not a dumb guy. I know it for certain. He's a good friend of mine, actually. He's a family friend. I'm not lying. Of course I'm lying. What do you think? No, Scott Cawthon is not that dumb, and he's not just going to put Enid there randomly with just 2 eyes. And for the record, why aren't they glowing? Because, well, it's not an animatronic that is, active. It's one animatronic we haven't seen in this location, which gives a few possibilities. Ready? Here we go. Funtime Chica. Well, that's a little possibility that's kind of unlikely. Mostly because Funtime Chica, well, Chica's Party World, remember, in the source code? Yep, that's right, I look in the source code. Well, I kind of also look at MatPat's videos. No, I'm not kidding. What if Funtime Chica is there? Well, was there. That's why it's in parts and service, hence the room you're in. Well, let's just say Funtime Chica's been through something. And Funtime Chica has been scrapped, like, say, Lolbit. Or is it Lolbit as there in the maintenance room? But does Lolbit even exist? Well, that's one question you can say. Maybe he does exist, well, because he's an animatronic. Or does he even exist if you're thinking it in my way? Is Lolbit an app, like a technology thing, or is it an animatronic? Think about it this way. In the FNAF custom night, you know that Lolbit doesn't even have a jump scare. That is one thing that's odd for an animatronic. Is that name one animatronic that doesn't have a jump scare? Like, right now. Name all the animatronics. Phantom Marionette, Balloon Boy. Like, come on, people. Seriously. It's really obvious. There's so many animatronics who don't have jump scares. Really? Like, just really, Nick? You had to ask that question to make yourself look like a lunatic. Well, what if they don't? Just because they don't have a jump scare doesn't mean something, but the way it appears. Well, most animatronics come through sound or come through cameras like sight, but no, Lolbit comes in a very, have to admit, very specific way. She comes through your audio, not audio, visuals, people, visuals. She comes through the screens, the 3 screens that you see during your play in the custom night. That is right. Oh, well, it is right, because I'm not an idiot. Come on, I played the custom night. It is pretty hard. Okay. I just forget I'm saying anything. No, the custom night is very interesting. I think it's got a lot of canonicity. That is right. I believe that Lolbit not having a jump scare and coming through the visuals is very puberty's back. I believe that is very canon. No joke. Like, if you have Lolbit coming through the visuals, you have a random possibility Funtime Chica, you also have a mini Rena who might be Ballora and Marionette's making, and then you also have the Biddy Bab moving around the pizzeria. I believe that this is the famous 4. I'm planning that maybe the animatronics, to do their escape, well, they've got a big escape, don't they? They've got to escape in a big way. Well, it's not like they could figure out anything, they're just animatronics. Like, not like an animatronic will come up with anything good. Even though they decide to rip out your organs and inhabit your body. Yeah, so dumb, aren't they? Oh, far out, people. But it's not like the animatronics go, oh, Scooper. Why don't we scoop a person? But we don't even know how to escape. Well, it's like they've got to figure out in some way to make a plan. You don't just magically come up with a plan in the first place. It always becomes a trial and error. And who are the ones who come up with your trial and error and get the facts? That is right, the famous four. I'm saying that you have the mini Rena, you have Biggie Bab, you have the infamous Lolbit, and then you also have possibility Funtime Chica going through the pizzeria trying to see if they can find out how to get in and out and where everything goes. But then it also leaves another few questions. What am I saying is true? There's some flaws in my theory, like the fact that you see these characters. They can't just be randomly going around. Well, come on, if they're just randomly going around, wait, they probably are. Because think about it this way. Name some animatronics that you don't see in the scooping room. Yeah, well, you do. People will say that maybe Baby hasn't been scooped. Or maybe she was scooped in the trailer. Remember her jump scare from the trailer? That is right. That's probably her being scooped. That's why in the scooping room you don't see her. And that's why the voice you're listening to is probably Ennard, not Baby. And ready? It gets even better. Even better. You just don't leave or don't turn your computer off iPhone or whatever you're watching this random video on. That is right. I'm going to say that we have here a group of animatronics that you don't hardly ever see. That is right. Am I just going on a wild goose chase? Well, if you think that is, or you are incorrect, because wait till you hear what I'm about to say. The mini Renas, well, they're always in the Ballora gallery, right? Right? You see them when you shock Ballora, right? You know they're there. Or are they always? When they know that Ballora's been scooped, they rush over to get the one who scooped them. That's why they're attacking you. When they know Ballora's been shocked, they rush over to start dancing on the stage. But were they even on the stage to begin with? Well, they definitely weren't, because you know that because when you check the light. Well, where are they? Well, are they just walking around the gallery? Of course they are. Or are they? Because think about it this way. They're probably wandering around the gallery trying to find an exit or entrance. But that has to be incorrect. Am I just going on a wild goose chase? Probably not. Because when you walk through Ballora Gallery, well, name all the animatronics you see. You only see Ballora. You do not get jump scared or even have a sight of those mini Renas. So, are the mini Renas in the Ballora Gallery? Probably not. Then you have the infamous Biddy Babs. Biddy Babs, well, of course, they're babies. You know because you see in the poster, in the custom night, and in the elevator that you've got Baby there. Well, is that really the final story? Because we know in night 2, when you're under the desk, that the Biddy Babs are coming, quote, quote. But, interesting how they say coming, because how do you get from the auditorium into the maintenance room? Well, first people would say, oh, they're just going through the vent. But remember what you hear just when you get under the desk. Before you get under the desk, you hear MEEP. What the hell is going on with me today?
Motion trigger, entryway vent.
That is right. You actually hear them say that the person is in the vent. Or not person, but thing. Which also proves what I'm saying. They're not already in. They're not even in the baby, like the baby gallery or whatever it's called, baby auditorium, I don't care. They have to come through a vent that you went through to get into the baby control, which means they were already outside of it. That means that as that Easter egg where you see him in the elevator is canon. Well, is it? Is it really? Am I just going crazy here? Have I just lost my marbles? Come on, Funtime Chica was a joke. That has to be hashtag photoshopped. Well, there's only one way to find out. But I'm too bored to do that. I'm just going to keep my theory going. I want to keep this rolling pace. You have Funtime Chica, the mystery-eyed chicken. Hashtag not copied from Chuck E. Cheese. Wait, that bird has baby's hair and looks like a... Wow! Huh? That's actually pretty funny, guys. Hey, guys. I want to take. Come on. Hey, I want to tell you something. Hey, come over here. Hey, dude. Did you know this? Hey, did you hear that? Like, seriously? You didn't? Yeah. It's pretty funny, huh? Yeah, pretty funny. Okay, I'm back. Are these animatronics roaming through the pizzeria? Well, don't I find that interesting? It's interesting how the core four never leave their auditorium/galleries, because when you hear in the second night when the power goes out, you hear them say that
Funtime Auditorium maintenance vent opened. Ballora Gallery maintenance vent opened.
which means they could easily get out, but they don't want to. Why don't they want to? Two reasons. One, they don't want to get caught out because, well, electric shocks. And two, they're not ready yet. They've still got to figure out a plan. A conniving plan. A sneaky plan. But all of that next time on my next FNAF theory. But that's just a theory. A MEEP theory. Thanks for watching.